I have been talking to the people trying to find out exactly what is happening and to know from the ground zero. Now, what must be the circumstances pertaining to that particular incident is something which I am yet to be really be equipped with, because I must be sure of the inputs that I am receiving. But one thing I will tell you. See, this is also another. What has led to this kind of situation? Where is the place of occurrence? Place of occurrence is in those areas where illegalities are going on. You know what illegalities? Have you heard about that? Illegal stone quarry. So this government is the author of all illegal activities that is happening across the state. That's why the MRSSA is not implemented. The entry-exit point, the facilitation centers, we have identified number of areas across Assam-Meghalaya border in respect of Garo Hills. Bordering West Garo Hills, bordering South-West Garo Hills. What has happened to that? Now, every activity, whether it is illegal quarrying and then transportation of illegal mined minerals, everything would have been under strict vigilance for the authorities. The authorities could have taken cognizance of every attempt to engage in any illegalities at the cost, at the interest of the state. Now, if illegal activities are going on and that illegal activities pertaining to illegal mining of minor minerals, how it is flourishing there? How it is flourishing there in the first instance? Therefore, what I have heard is that because illegalities were going on, we have to know whether the members of the NGOs have gone to stop it, close it, or something else. We have to know. Now, in absence of correct information, that's why I'm saying I don't know exactly what has happened, leading to that particular unfortunate incident. I condole the loss of precious life, and I pray for the speedy recovery of those injured. But at the same time, at this juncture, I think the district administration should take all measures to restore peace first, because this particular incident had all the, this can be interpreted in giving a communal color also. That should be avoided under all costs. I will appeal to all concerned to see that good sense prevail, and everybody's effort should be first, restore peace, and do not allow this particular incident to create any kind of situation which will create communal hatred, because this must be considered as an incident which has unfortunately happened, and it has happened because of the government watching silently and allowing criminalities to happen in that part of the state. It is happening in Goalgaon, so you go. You can visit, we can go and have a try, quick try. Everywhere illegality is going on. So this government has perfected the art of allowing illegal activities. For whose interest, you have to ask. But against the interest of the people and against the interest of the state. Reversing this to restore order will be a tough job. So, recreating a state with the same kind of environment where people had the fear of law, I think it's important for the citizens of the state to understand that responsibility. We have to set the state in order. Today the state is in disorder, and the incident in Garo Hills is just a testimony of that. It's just tip of the iceberg. I hope the government notifies the election immediately, because as you are aware, last year the election was held in March, ending April, and the term that is usually the 5-year term is closing now. It has become necessary for all the political parties to definitely prepare for the election. MTMC is participating. The party has already invited the applications from aspiring candidates. There are certain internal discussions we are embarking upon. We are continuing this discussion, and we will definitely have a strategy in respect of this GHADC election. It is very important for us to understand the political dynamics that unfold after every election in respect of autonomous district council. Because unlike in the state legislature and the parliament, the provision of the 10th schedule does not apply to the members of the autonomous district council. Therefore, it has become very necessary for the political party, as far as we are concerned, to look at people who are connected with the core values, with the true spirit of joining politics and being in public life to serve the people and protect the interests of the people and the state. That must be the priority. So we will have exhaustive exercise to zero down on such people, because you have seen in the past, many of our elected members of the district council were victims of poaching, political poaching. It has become more frequent and more aggressive than ever before, which is a concern for every citizen. It just nullifies the mandate. It just is in contradiction and the defeat of the mandate that people give. Therefore, in the true spirit of our democracy, every political party, I believe, must understand that despite the absence of the provision of 10th schedule to value and respect the mandate, we have done so in the past. I have led by example. You will recall, if you reconnect with the past, that every time when there was a mandate in respect of Garo's Autonomous District Council or GHADC or GHADC, we have, while being in power, while we have the privilege of running the state government, we have never tried to topple any executive committee in Autonomous District Council. Because we adhere to the core values of democracy. We understand that the responsibility of leaders who lead the political parties must understand the values associated with our democratic system and respect the mandate of the people. And this is precisely what we have done. We could have toppled all those ECs which were led by other political parties while we were in government. We did not do it. In respect of Garo's Autonomous District Council, you will see, even though we were in the government, ECs were led by NPP. In 2000, I believe it was 16, yes, 16 or 15, it was led by Mr. Dinam T. Sangma as the CEM. Subsequently, similar thing happened. So we respect the mandate of the people. But in view of what is the prevailing situation in respect of the ADCs, it has become necessary for the people of the state to come together. Even as I say that it is the need of the hour for people to come together in restoring the glory of ADCs and restore the power that they can befittingly respond to their call of duty in as far as the responsibility vested upon ADCs are concerned as per the mandate of the Constitution. Today, if we look at the developments that has unfolded in the preceding years, how can anybody presume and assume that the ADCs can function when their employees are not paid salaries continuously for 43 to 44 months? It has never happened in the past, in the history of Meghalaya. This itself reflects the priority of the people in authority. Whether the authorities were vested with the responsibility of running the affairs of the ADCs, or whether the people who are vested with the responsibility of running the state. You have to understand that the constitutional provision is such that in order to ensure that the interests of the scheduled tribes are taken into cognizance in the right perspective of the mandate of the Constitution, the provisions enshrined in the constitutions are self-explanatory. I have always referred to Article 275(1). What does it say? That the Parliament shall earmark an adequate amount of fund charged on the consolidated fund of the Union government. Charged. It is not voted. That means it is understood as to how much is needed. And this particular fund is earmarked in order to ensure that wherever we have the 6 scheduled areas, the programs which are to be designed and implemented for the welfare of the tribals must be adequately provided with in as far as the fund requirement for each intervention is concerned, including augmenting the level of governance and administration of the 6 scheduled areas. That means it applies to the necessary fund to look at the payment of salary for effective administration, augmenting and improving the level of governance. So therefore, the responsibility is vested upon the Union Parliament, Union government, through the Parliament, as well as the state. So nobody can shrug off this responsibility. But today, if we go by the approach of the state, incumbent state government, I have reasons to believe that they have some kind of probably, in other words, I have to ask them whether they intend to slowly watch, district council to become weaker and weaker, that one day people will think about its relevance. But I would like to remind our people that today the provision of 6th schedule is the only weapon, only legal and constitutional weapon given to our tribes. And having understood the importance of such constitutional weapon, our forefathers, while framing the Constitution, have appropriately ensured that that kind of provision does get enshrined in the Constitution of India. And we must understand its importance, its relevance, and we must all therefore come together. That's the reason why I say that despite what other political parties are saying, my clarion call to the people of the state should be that when it comes to the election in respect of district council, in respect of electing members to take care of the affairs of the district council in consistence with the mandate of the Constitution, read 62 of the Constitution of India, we must all come together. We must think the interest of the GHADC, put the interest of the GHADC, put the interest of the people before anything else.